how to fix your handbrake light. We've just started the car and we can see that two lights are on. One is for the seatbelt, the other one is for the handbrake, and as we can see we can let that down, pull it up, and it's not going to change. This is how to fix that and make your light turn off. Taking a roll, then very simply taking a roll of tape, cut a piece off, and then carefully placing that little piece of tape over the area, and there, fixed. Never annoy you again. Great way to do it. If you actually want to do it properly, this is how you do it. So in your center console, if this is your standard family car, it is full of stuff. Always full of stuff. You'll see there's panels, sometimes they have a gap in them, sometimes they don't. What you need to try and work out is what gaps are clipped in and what aren't. This one's a simple one. It just pulls out. You'll find all kinds of goodies right down underneath in here. All kinds of fun stuff. But what we need to do is we're going to remove the center console so we can get better access to the handbrake itself, which obviously can come off quite easily there. And then we'll get to there's just a little switch basically in there, and we'll fix that. This is really simple. What you're going to need is a 10mm head or a spanner, and we're going to undo these screws and we'll take it from there very, very easily. Just using these pop-out clips there, very, very, very simple to pull out. Just pull out the center and the whole thing comes out. Easy done. After we've undone those clips, our entire center console is free to come out. Best thing about this, if you do it well, you don't have to remove all of your family's stuff. Brand new carpet over there. This is where it gets a little bit more trickier. We're going to remove the light. If you've ever wondered why you would want a set of those little stubby screwdrivers, this is why. It's for this stuff. Being able to get it in there is just a pain. Without anything else, you'd almost have to remove the seat. It's crazy. We can see down there, just by removing that clip, this is actually what we're looking for. You can see down there is this little mechanism goes up and down. When it's down, it stops the current. When it's up, the current's on. And so that is what our handbrake would be running off.
So now all we're doing is taking off that clip so that we can use some fluid like WD-40 just to lubricate that and get that moving a little bit easier. This is pretty basic and each car will be unique, so just make sure that you undo the screws and you make sure you understand how to put them back together when you've finished. But you can see there the contact part, once this is back together, this has already been greased and that should be working absolutely fine, and there should be no reason why that shouldn't work whatsoever.
We've just done that up again. So where we're at now is discovered that even there's a clip here, even when you disconnect this, we still have that light on. So there's something a bit more. We're going to go a little bit deeper. We're going to have a look at some fuse boxes, if we can get this thing back in, and check some fuses.
Generally, fuses are found in the footwell of your car or underneath your dash, somewhere like that. Some cars you'll find this in your engine bay. on the lid of the fuse box that you've taken off, that's where you will find the name of your fuses. So you'll find one for your parking brake or your handbrake fuse in there. Check that, make sure it's working. If it is working, that's fine. And that seems to be our case. We checked the fuse and it works. So we're still trying to troubleshoot this. Now we're getting serious. We're actually raising the car on a hoist at a friend's place to see if there is some sort of sensor on our brakes, and there isn't.
So it doesn't look like it's any part of that mechanism, which means the wire somewhere must be a bit frayed. So we are going to track the wire. To do that, we need to take the seat out.
Seats are fairly simple. There's 4 bolts that you need to undo. Once you've undone them, the seat will really simply slide out, or backwards in this case. Now we're removing the door trims. These pop out, just be gentle with them but firm. Make sure that you can get the clips back in, you don't snap them off, but you've got to give them a firm pull to get them off. We're taking off all the door trims, next comes the rubbers, and once those rubbers are off, you can then remove your inner trim. Now we've got our hands underneath the carpet.
So able to track that wire to this little green wire right there. That little green wire is our culprit, possibly. When we get to this end, because there's so maybe somewhere in there it's just not earthing properly. So we'll see what we can do with that. It doesn't seem as if any of these cables, these cords, are busted. Okay. It's funny if it does. Is it? Yep.
So the moral to this story is simple. Make sure that your fluids are topped up. The issue with this was not the switch, but just our brake fluid was low. Thanks for watching. Some you win, some you lose. We'll see you next time.